It's changed how we normally think of our medical rescue calls. We take it home with us. We go, oh man, that was another close call, or worse, that was another fatality that we dealt with. And it gets inside.
And you just have to see one person die in their own home and you will realize how dangerous it is. Most of the public don't see dead people. They don't see people not breathing from this stuff. They don't see 19-year-olds who are having heart attacks because they've decided to snort cocaine when they're going out to a nightclub.
It's not just those people that have been addicted for many, many years. There's a lot of young people who are getting caught in opioids, fentanyl, and crystal meth.
One thing I keep telling people is only 40% of fentanyl overdoses are IV drug users. 40%, which means the other 60% are recreational drug users that don't know they're doing fentanyl. They think they're doing ecstasy, they think they're just snorting a line of cocaine, and it turns out it's tainted with fentanyl, and then they wind up dead.
I have 2 daughters. I've always said to them, you know, it's up to you whether you're going to do drugs, because your mom and dad aren't going to be there when that offer's made and when you have the opportunity, so it'll be your choice. But this year I sat them down as an 18-year-old and a 20-year-old at Christmas time, and I looked at them and I said, the bottom line is you cannot do drugs safely.
It's even all the more dangerous now in this, I call it the post-fentanyl era, because every day that people are using this illicit fentanyl and its analogs is a day where people could die from a particularly potent dose. And so any barrier to people accessing treatment is unacceptable.
There was one call in particular I can recall where the firefighters returned and they had dealt with somebody that they were able to help in the past but weren't able to help them this time. I know it troubled them immensely, given that this was a member of our community that they didn't expect, you wouldn't have expected was a fentanyl user.
Having your life affected by a family death is absolutely massive, especially from something that is reversible, that if you get there in time and you can help them, like that person's going to live. But you get there too late, or the call doesn't come in too quick, they're going to die.
We don't need to wait until somebody dies to take action. We don't need to wait till one of our family members gets sick from addiction and gets caught and dies or gets imprisoned.
Now we're not responding to some of the overdoses, and we'll allow the first responders, the medical first responders, to attend on their own. But even if we do show up, we will not be enforcing. It's a matter of keeping people alive, and we might not do that forever. But right now, we have to change the way we think. We have to change our policies to ensure that people that need medical assistance are getting that medical assistance, and we can't be a barrier to that.
Many people complain that when they're accessing healthcare that they do feel stigmatized and that they're being judged for an aspect of their health. And it's a fundamental right of every Canadian to be able to access healthcare free of judgment and discrimination.
And we have to look at other solutions such as drug therapy and getting people, a clean source of drugs.
But it is possible, for sure, 100% to get off these drugs and battle and fight it. Because if you don't, addiction will take you one place, and that is to the grave, and sometimes very, very quickly.